Hello, potassium people. Welcome back to another Banana Bites, where today I want to talk about something a little more serious. I've been thinking about the internet because, out there on the internet, people make stuff up all the time. People just like, well, I want to be a silly little troll. I want to post about how if you eat bananas, you're going to get radiation poisoning, when realistically, you would have to eat so many bananas that you die from the banana consumption itself rather than any radiation that comes from it. A bigger concern would be something like hyperkalemia, whatever you call it. Basically, too much potassium in your system. But bananas don't even have the most amount of potassium in them. Like, they have a decent amount, don't get me wrong, but the potato, that has a lot of potassium in it. Be careful of potatoes. And the thing is, I don't really blame people who believe, like, these large content creators on the internet for this kind of stuff. Because you're just one person, right? Are you going to go and fact check every single video, every single article from some large corporation? Are you going to go and do that for every single thing? I mean, you could, but then you wouldn't be able to live your life. I think people who post stuff like that, if they have a large enough audience, should have an equal level of response to something if they've done something wrong. I'm not calling out anyone in particular, nor do I have anyone in mind with this. Just want to make that clear. This is just something that I've been thinking about for a while. And it's so funny to see how there is some sort of retaliation to this idea. Oh, well, people should think for themselves. That's true. They should think for themselves. They should think about validity of things. They should do their own research, etc. But sometimes it's just not feasible. Someone will say, oh, I've done like hundreds of hours on this one topic, so here's the breakdown. Most people are not going to go through that and do the same level of research just to confirm something that someone looked up, right? And that's why people who make YouTube videos or who make these large blog posts, etc., that's why they're usually the ones to do it. They gather together everything, and then if someone really wants to, or they're very passionate about the topic at hand, they can go deep diving, confirm the validity of things, and be like, well, yeah, okay, what they say is true, or no, this isn't true. Problem is, there's no real accountability of, hey, did a bad thing, oopsie, little mistake here. And then that person who originally made the content goes back and does something of equal response. Most of the time, I'll see them do something like, well, I made a mistake. That's my bad. Here's a comment underneath the video. Say, okay, that's fine. That helps a little bit, but the video still has that problem in it. If you remove the problematic section out of the video, that makes sense. If you make a follow-up, that makes sense. That's about like equal level of reaction, I would say. But if your entire premise is based on something false, and it's kept up, and nothing has changed about it, or you don't have the same level of follow-up, or same level of creation to showcase, hey, this is wrong. Just seems wrong to me. Because again, you can't put the entirety of this idea onto the consumer. That sounds wrong. It sounds wrong because, obviously, again, we're all people. We all are able to choose and decide for ourselves, and we should be accountable for the actions we do. But it's just not realistic. Not realistic in how much media people consume nowadays. It's not realistic in the way Most people live their lives with family, friends, their own hobbies, etc. So, stuff like that, I feel, is getting a little out of hand, a little crazy. And this might just be because, I've fallen for a few false banana articles before. I've fallen for them, right? Oh, this must be true. It's not. But I'm very passionate on the subject, so I just keep doing research, find out it's wrong, and then mention in a follow-up video, hey, I was wrong about it. I'm willing to admit that. I'm not perfect, obviously, and I'm not going to catch everything. But, I don't think there will ever be a time where people will stop mentioning something like Azure, you're going to get radiation poisoning. Oh, but this guy could power up Chernobyl. Oh, well, just make him his own nuclear reactor. Why not, Why not? Hey, I get it. Saying bananas are radioactive is funny. I'm not really complaining against that. I'm complaining about how this one idea got so misconstrued that it's now entirely like that's what people believe. That's all. So, if you are going to make something, make sure you do your research. And if your research is wrong, and you can verify it's wrong because someone else called you out for it, well, just have the same level of action to react and fix the problem, to state it was wrong. So, that's all I'm saying. And hey, no more serious Azure, no more serious Azure. Tomorrow, silly Azure is going to come out. He won't be wearing the Get Good hat because he's going to be silly. But sometimes I just like to talk about these things. I feel like it's important in the internet landscape. Man, that is a good looking banana. Man, I'll tell you what, the term for potassium poisoning, I can never remember the exact phrasing. I know it's like hyper, I'm pretty sure it's like kalemia or, yeah, pretty sure it's that. But even if I look it up, it's just like the word is so bizarre. I can type it just fine because I have Google, but remembering how to say it, never. Well, potassium people, that's going to be it today. Now, don't go tell fibs or I'm going to steal your bananas. You won't get any more. But Valve should add the strangesecondbanana so we can have infinite strange bananas in TF2. Oh, the dream. The dream. But I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.